Case DC 25070, the site location is 8101 Forest Hill Drive, 4401 Enon Drive, or Road, 7808, 8004, 7801, 8000 Odds, Hartman Lane. The applicant is SFW90 LLC, SFW75 LLC, David Brett Bennett, and Black Mountain, Bob Riley, and half. From MH, Manufactured Housing, E-Neighbor, Commercial, A5, One Family, CR Loaded C Residential, to PDI, Plan Development for all uses, Light Industrial, uses limited data center, educational uses, governmental uses, excluding correctional facility and probation or parole office, healthcare facilities, recreational, religious uses, utilities, grocery store, retail sales, general with development standards for increased setback adjacent 1 or 2 Yummy districts to increase maximum building height to 70 feet for data center, primary entrance from Forest Hill Drive, site plan waiver requested.
Good afternoon, welcome to the zoning commission.
Thank you. Bob Riley, Cap Associates, 2601 600 Meacham Boulevard in Fort Worth. Brett, with Black Mountain, was called away. He apologizes for being confused and not testified. He is the owner of Black Mountain and is in favor.
Just FYI, I think we have this online in our PowerPoint.
It is online. I can use that. We just want to supply y'all with a hard copy of it.
If we want to just go back to the PowerPoint.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. As Stephen mentioned during the work session, this is almost a companion case to a case that y'all heard in January and the council approved. Likewise, the following week. It's for a data center. It's in South Fort Worth, south of 820, between the cities of Forest Hill and Everman. This slide illustrates the growing need for data centers throughout the Metroplex. And somehow Dallas has been able to get more of them than Fort Worth. And we would like to equalize that out a little bit. It is a great opportunity for the area, and it is next to Encore substation. Shows that location, city of Forest Hills to the north. We abut the city of Everman on the south. The existing property that we're asking for rezoning on predominantly is manufactured homes. It will increase our actual value substantially. Presently, about $62,000 is paid to all the taxing entities for the existing property. We're estimating about $18 million per year completion. More high-paying jobs, average of approximately $75,000 a year, and we believe it to be about 500 employees. This is a 24-hour operation. So it doesn't require a lot of employees, but it does have quite a few working around the clock to ensure that our data is there to support your iPhones and things like that. Also, it would be a dramatic lessening of the traffic as proposed land use. We estimate about 14,000 trips per day that would be generated off of the manufactured homes, and ours would be about 2,000. We did a community outreach effort, met with the council member office, met with staff prior to submitting the application. We sent out letters to the adjacent property owners, conducted a public meeting, a community meeting on April the 21st. Had a few residents there, I think it was 9. Primarily they were in support of the effort. We had discussions with the city of Everman and Everman ISD. I believe the packet includes a letter of support from Everman ISD. Where we are today. Once again, the zoning existing on the property is primarily mobile homes and a little bit of low density multifamily, and a little bit single family. And we're proposing it to go to a PED with limited land uses. The land uses would be limited to data center education uses, government uses, recreational, religious, utilities, grocery store, office, or retail, general sales. We're requesting that the building height in this area be 70 feet. And for that reason, we're setting back the buildings an additional 25 feet to where there would be a 75-foot building setback from 1 and 2 family residential. Primary entrance would be off of Forest Hill, and we're requesting the waiver of site plan. We'll comply with the noise, lighting, and forestry ordinances forward, and the ordinance will construct that 20-foot buffer yard that requires a solid fence and landscaping. The 75-foot building setback left, if you would look at the existing zoning, you could have manufactured homes within 5 feet. This is just a general area map, and if there's any other questions that might be helpful, we'd ask that you approve this case, and if you have any questions, we're happy to answer them.
I do, one thing, there's the controversy around the data centers is around noise mitigation. Other than just the setback, are there any other noise mitigation plans that you have for this?
Primarily, from my understanding, is the noise is from the generators, the emergency generators, and we'll be testing of those once a month. Those only come on when a power source goes off, because computer systems can't be without power. There is some noise generated from cooling systems, but we believe and will ensure that all the city ordinances will be met for noise. The best example is I put one up at in the Alliance area, the Facebook with one mega, and I've been up there a number of times, and I have not experienced any type of loud noise. I have heard that a lot of the bit mining operations use external generators, and they use like sour gas over drilling wells. Those are noise.
That will be the case here.
No, so we'll be totally operated off of the Encore transmission lines that exist that run across this lane.
Other questions from commissioners?
Yeah, 75-foot setback that you put on here in notes, is that required or is that something you're putting on yourself?
50 foot is required. We've asked for buildings up to 70 foot. We've added another 25 foot.
It's not,
At least 75 feet away.
it's not in the motion. Would it need to be added? It's in their notes, but it's not part of this.
It's a part, so on the agenda, and in our staff report, it mentions that, so you just recommend people do it as is. Because it's a part of the development.
I think it's important to, as one of us, mediation at distance helps. I appreciate adding that.
Other questions?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for bringing tax revenue and jobs to the city of Fort Worth, so we appreciate that. Very much. Of course, my heart is always for the people, always. So I have a question here. When you say the manufacturing homes, this won't impact those individuals that are living there, they won't be displaced, will they, or?
The property is presently vacant for the most part.
Okay.
But it does carry a zoning of manufactured homes and mobile homes. And we've got a contract to purchase from the existing landowner who has that right. We'd be changing the zoning this.
Okay, yeah, so the land's vacant, okay.
Right.
And when you mentioned here that the jobs would be high-paying technology jobs, would you please let us know some of the positions that data center will create?
My understanding is mainly technician jobs, and for our previous case, Black Mountain had committed that we would work with the school districts to make sure possibly training involved on site. Hopefully, you can graduate from high school or college, stay here instead of having to move somewhere to have technology type jobs.
So, with AI, we need all the technology training we can get, so thank you, that's all I have.
I do have one other speaker, Mr. Kyle, do you want to speak?
Just in support.
Okay, thank you very much. And I have one person in opposition, but they're listed as only watching, so I don't have opposition. So we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Thank you very much. Commissioner Pierce, this is your ready to make a motion? We're ready for it.
I am.
I think this goes for something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was looking for permission.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just curious why the applicant is requesting a site plan.
This site, we believe with the additional building setback, the graphics that we have indicated is going to be a masonry tilt wall or masonry structure glass, very well done with the landscape improvements, as well as there'll be a number of buildings, totaling about 1.5 million square feet, not all in one building. And we believe that those buildings would be taken down for our residents that are operating these systems in groups. And we don't want to have to come back every time and change the site plan. We do have a concept plan I'd be more than happy to share. I have the general layout and it's the staff. A little bit to the, on the left is Forest Hill Boulevard. The subject property that we're talking about today is the southern portion, that is below the residential homes. This site plan indicates that, of course, we've got to honor the floodplain that's through that area, do those additional studies as we plat the property. I believe in my review of this option was that we exceeded the building setback well over the 75 feet, and actually in some cases it was 150. But we believe that they're going to have pods of these buildings that are going to be developed for individual tenants, and having to come back and do a site plan each time would be a cumbersome process. We're tied to a site plan presently, then if you moved a building by 20 feet, we'd have to come back. Is that correct, Stephen?
I don't have much wiggle room on the site plan. I have like 5 or 10% wiggle room.
About 5%.
It's correct. If there was wholesale change, we would definitely have to go back.
The site plan would require basically another 90-day process in the development.
Any other questions? I apologize for not catching you there. Thank you. So back to Commissioner Pierce. Sorry.
All right, we have case number ZC 25070. I'll move for approval.
Second.
That's Commissioner Pierce with the motion. I believe the second was Commissioner Rogers.
Okay, let's vote. Chairperson McDonald, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Welch, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner McCoy, how do you vote? Aye. Commissioner Mills, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Grant, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Pierce, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Rogers, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Werman, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Mayo, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Commissioner Trujillo, how do you vote?
Aye.
The vote of 10-0, the zoning commission recommends approval for this case.